For me, when someone showed they cared too much or they liked me too much, I always ran. I was like, ew.
Yeah.
But I always craved it. You know what I mean? I always was like,
you wanted it, but then when you had it, you're just like,
oh, this weak man, he has feelings. Like what? And which is horrible, but it's what society has kind of groomed women to be in this misogynist world that we're in, of like, you know, men have also seen hardships throughout society, making them suppress feelings. Don't cry, be a man, man up. Like it doesn't.
Big-sized.
Exactly. It doesn't, we want it to stop, but it doesn't. So like we have to recognize that. And it's also impacted how we feel.
Exactly.
We see men cry, show feelings,
we're like,
whatever.
What? No, you're supposed to be this masculine.
You're taken aback because you're like, I've never seen this before.
That's so true.
So there's definitely...
So some of this is true in the sense that you get the programming from modern media, from modern feminism that, oh man, let it out, cry a tear. And then suddenly you're sitting watching The Notebook, he's sobbing next to you and you're like, I need a new boyfriend, where do I find one, right? You're like feeling weird and uncomfortable by how much emotion he's showing. I'm not talking about a guy who has a horrible condition where like his mom dies or something terrible, terrible happens and you see him cry. I'm talking about a guy who now feels that, you know, he needs to be crying all the time or getting emotional, or very emotional man, feminized man, right? That's not attractive. So she's acknowledging that society tells women, oh, and tells men, oh yeah, that's really good. And then men go and do it. And women are like, see ya, bye. And they head out the door for the masculine guy in the back who's like, what's up, lady? You know, so that part's right. That's part right. Of course, she throws in misogyny, you know, oh, misogynist culture, because the talking points just are, they're programmed. She can't help it. It comes out before she even realizes what she said, probably. But, you know, this is why guys don't know what to do oftentimes, because they're like, you know, I'm told that you want someone, you want a relationship. Women will say, I want a relationship. Then you go and you start doing relationship-like things and they're not responsive. Well, what they didn't tell you is they want a relationship, just not with you. So women, again, if a woman is not attracted to you, really attracted to you, you're not getting anywhere with her. So these women are talking about situations here. They're saying, oh, yeah, you know, I wanted X, Y, and Z from a guy, but then they gave it to me and I went and ran because you didn't want it from him. You wanted that stuff, but he didn't have the other things that you wanted that made you want to be there. Attraction is pivotal. I really can't stress this enough. She has to want to be intimate with you. She has to get that tingle inside when you're out to dinner, or she has to get that little like, if she doesn't have that, I don't care how much money you have. I don't care what you do. She's going to be missing that. And she's always going to be craving that. So that's pivotal. If I'm telling you, if you've got a girl who the second you start, you know, saying, oh, let's go out to dinner, let's do this, and putting some authority behind what you're doing and showing that you're serious, and she starts to run, you're not it. You're not going to convince her. Don't try. That means she's not attracted to you. I'm telling you, when guys are attracted to you, do stuff, it's like you're like, oh. I really can't stress it enough, guys. And I know it's hard to swallow sometimes, because you may be you may be objectively attractive. You may be objectively, say you're an 8, you're walking around, you've got a good job, you've got all the stuff, and you're like, what's going on here? It's hard for you then. You're like, well, what am I doing wrong? Nothing. But if she's not attracted to you for whatever reason, it's not happening. If you like the short clip and want to watch another short clip, click here. Or if you want to watch the full episode, click right here.